Hi, Gina. Got a bit of a little crowd here. That's cool. Um, let's see. It looks like all of you are members, so maybe you were on yesterday and saw what we made. In case you didn't, we made these cute little octopus earrings. Aren't they cute? I haven't photographed them yet, so they're staying to the side here. And then we made our anklet using the we used the tranquil tides to make all these, but these are the ammonites that I painted. So we had a so those were our two things we made on the members live yesterday, in case you missed it. And if you did miss it and you're a member, of course, and I think everybody who is on right now is a member, you can of course watch it on our members channel if you want to go back and watch it. Hi, Donna. So I'm wearing a bit of red, white, and blue jewelry, a red and well, it's crystal necklace that this is one of my oldest necklaces. I've made this, oh, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. Don't wear it very often, but it's my red for today. And then I have some blue for my earrings here. And I'm thinking, instead of using one of our kits, since it's 4th of July, happy 4th of July to everybody who's here. I'm thinking we might just grab out some red, white, and blue crystals and stuff like and glass beads and make us some earrings or a necklace or something pretty simple. I don't want to keep you guys over the hour because let's face it, it's a holiday, and I'm sure you've got things that you want to do. Um, I don't in particular, but but I think that's what we're going to work on. Now, for those of you who have never seen it, I have my glass beads are all over here on this shelf. Well, most of them. They're not all here because I haven't finished organizing everything, but here, I'll pull the camera off and show you. So, a little dizzy here, hopefully not. So anyway, there is my shelf of glass beads, all the way up to the top. The white and gray will be up there, and it goes. So as you can see, we have plenty of blue. This is the red stack. So that down at the bottom, I think, is all ceramic. Though this side might have some blue, red in it. So there we go. That's my stack of beads. So that's the glass beads. So, like I said, I'm not sure if I want to make earrings, necklace, bracelet. If we make a bracelet, I probably would want to make a multi-strand one because I'm not, But I do have, well, actually, I have some blue right here, and I think this is probably a companion bundle, but I'm not. It's got some copper moons in it. There's some really pretty blue beads in here. Never can say. I'm not sure what companion bundle that is, but I'm pretty sure it is one. But so is anybody doing anything of any great interest today? Having a barbecue or a picnic or family stuff? I know Randy went to visit with her family. I think they had something going on for 4th of July, because that's why she wasn't on this morning, because she was doing family stuff. Most of my family's down in Arizona, so other than my daughter, my grandson, and my husband, who is here, you're supposed to be working, Kimberly? Well, why would you want to? It's a holiday. You and the hubby are camping, Gina? That sounds nice. I haven't been camping in a long time. You used to be when my grandson was younger. He was afraid of fireworks. He couldn't handle them at all. And he's always had trouble with his ears as well. So the fireworks would really, really bother him. So we used to go down to Yellowstone 4th of July weekend. Taxes don't have holidays? Yeah, that's true. But anyway, let's grab some of my red, white, and blue, and let's see what we can come up with for some earrings or bracelet or maybe even a necklace. We want. Oh, that's right, Georgina. You're in Canada, so you're a little different than we are. Yeah. So, well, down here in the States, it's a holiday. So for me, it's just another day because we don't really do anything special. My husband tends to work for one of our local bigwigs at this time of the year because he puts on a big fireworks thing and dinner party for a whole bunch of celebrity guests. My husband, no. So my husband has does guard duty up there for that. So used to be we could see the fireworks from there at my house, but the trees have grown up some, so we can't see them hardly anymore. So that's sort of sad, but you know, it's the way it goes. Yeah, I imagine that's true, Gina. They wouldn't want to have that kind of stuff in the campground. I mean, let's face it, fireworks are, well, they got fire in their name for a reason. They'll create fires if they're not careful. So, oh, speaking of which, here in Montana, I can't remember what city it was. There was a big fireworks warehouse that blew up the other day. It's pretty nasty. But quite the thing. So, but here in Montana, we have quite a few celebrities that live in the area. So, you know, it's interesting sometimes because Whitefish has Iron Horse and Big Mountain and all those that have big, you know, $1 million houses up there. So they're pretty extensive, unfortunately. No, come on. I wanted to change my chat filter to all messages here. Oh boy, a lot of them came in since since before I changed it. So yeah, I would imagine there aren't any fireworks allowed in the campgrounds. So, and that was one thing about the national parks. They're not allowed there either. So that's why I used to take my grandson down to Yellowstone because the fireworks weren't allowed. So he didn't have that fear didn't hit him, you know, because they weren't there. So anyway, fun stuff. So anyway, we're probably just gonna have some barbecue here at the house, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's turn down. We'll start seeing what we want to do as far as of some 4th of July jewelry. I realized myself when I went to put mine on that I don't have any specifically red, white, and blue. I just have, you know, something that's got some red in it and something that's got some blue in it. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I need to make myself some red, white, and blue earrings. So I have some. So let's turn down and we'll see what we can create here. Let's see there. We want to go over this way further. So my mat shows entirely. Maybe up just a hair. There we go. So anyway, let's grab some blue, see what we can find. I almost wish I had something that sort of looked like a firework at the bottom, you know. But let's see what we've got here. There's some big blue crystals. So maybe I would prefer, come here guys, in here I noticed that we have some lovely big teardrops, blue teardrops. Now technically this is not the right blue. If we were going for the right blue, we'd go for like a cobalt blue, because let's face it, this is more the color of our flag. So this would be more the color of, though I do like the teardrops. So though we also could have these sparkly pave, or would make a great blue. I think we're going to put these ones back because I definitely don't think we're going to use these ones. I would rather go for like a teardrop or something that's more definitely the color of our flag. So I have those. So we'll put these guys back, these ones, and now we'll start looking at our red maybe here. Let's see what we have for red. That's orange. Don't want orange. Maybe we'll keep all these out. We may just make 3 pair earrings. I have some really pretty red melon here. Little red rice beads. I do like the little red rice beads. So red flowers. Let's keep the red flowers out. They're about the right color too. These red are pretty cool. Don't know if they're anything I really want to use, but they're cool. Maybe we'll keep those out. Ooh, look, I also have dark red pave beads. These are pretty Saturns, but I think they have too much of a different color than red. Also, same with these. I love a vintage bead, but these are the ones with the coating on them. And, well, this is a pretty rice. We'll keep a couple of the rice beads up. And let's see what we have here in my last red box here. Oh, these are pretty English cut ones. Now I got a lot more red out here than I do blue. But and now we need to find some white. Now, white isn't a really common bead color, so I don't have a lot. But we do have some, and some of those white are stars. I have little stars, I have big stars, little stars, and we have some white rice beads too. Like I say, white is not a really, really common bead color. Usually it's like opalite. Those are pretty big. I don't want to use those. They also have some little white rondelles here. They're not really white. They're more of a clear. And we have a couple of these style. They have some AB. We've got some that are more white than others, so we could grab more white ones. But anyway, I think we have all kinds of things now that we can use to put some earrings together. Hey, Carol. So anyway, I like the pave. They make a nice shimmer, but we want a red, white, and a blue. So, and I will tell you that when I do findings for red, white, and blue jewelry, I always use silver. Why do I always use silver? Because it's the most neutral color to these. I mean, let's face it, gold would be pretty, but where do you find gold in our red, white, and blue? You don't. Silver's the closest we're going to find to like white or something like that. So we're going to use silver as our findings. So I have, these are big, but they're really pretty. These star spacers in silver. So I'll put a few of these out so we can see what I mean. See how they're a nice big silver spacer. We also, of course, have our little silver daisy spacers that we tend to use very frequently because I like a daisy spacer. Now for these, I'm going to want a bead cap. So we'll find us something to make a bead cap for our blue teardrops. Now, like I say, these are not really the proper color. These are more the proper color for our red, white, and blue. But that's all right. We'll put them to use. So now I have to decide which way I want my beads to go. If I want to use all of them, what kind of earrings am I going to make? Because I think that's what we're making is a few pair of earrings here. Now, if you want to make earrings or whatever, that you can wear for 4th of July, but doesn't necessarily have to be 4th of July or Memorial Day or Labor Day, any of our patriotic holidays. You could just use like white and red or white and blue or blue and red, just just to make them more of a neutral thing so that you could wear them with other holiday stuff if you wished to. That is always an option. I do that a lot at Christmas time. I'll make green earrings and I'll make red earrings, but I won't necessarily mix them together unless I want them to be specifically for Christmas. So, hey, Mary, or excuse me, it's Mari. We discussed that the other day, didn't we? So good to see you here. So anyway, we're making red, white, and blue earrings today. So I do want a cap for our teardrop one, and then we'll have to decide what else we want to go with the teardrop, or even with any of them for that matter. I like the big stars. I probably actually should have kept some more of those out, because I think those will go good with just about anything we're making. And I'm sort of leaning towards doing it this thing here. I almost wish the star was a little fatter though, so that it didn't sort of melt in between. And if I do this, like this one, for my taste, it's too short. Because everybody who knows me knows I like a long, dangly earring. So what I'd probably do with this, if I do this, is put it on a few links of chain. Have a chain earring there. And I think that would be very pretty. So that may be what we do with this one. So let's set this design apart just a little bit, the beads that would make up this one. And I'm going to need to get some more white stars out, some of the bigger ones. So it would be like so. Now, if I wanted to, and you would have to get some more beads out, specifically blue, we could make some hoops with, like, say, these at the base. And then, of course, we'd want some little beads around the edge. I was leaning towards these, but I'm thinking we need some blue to finish this up. But not sure that jumps out at me enough, if you know what I mean. So and we'd need some more of these white as well to make that particular, since we would need 2 for each one. Though we could go down to the rondelle instead of this if we chose to. Let's see if I like that. It's not bad, but I do think I like this more white, but with a little more. So we're going to get a couple more of these out. And I did want a few more of the bigger stars out, so we'll take some of those. And we need some more blue, don't we? So let's see what we can find for some more blue. No. Here you. Just noticed I have some little blue stars too. See? Those are cute. But not for these. we need something that, okay, I think some bicones, I think. So I think we just made this pair of earrings. This would be a pair of hoops. So now these are going to be chain earrings hanging down from chain. These are going to be some hoops. So there's 2 pair designed here. Let's get these guys out of the way and we'll put this design up here as well. Now I like the pave beads for earrings because they have that real shimmer and they really pull your eye in. Hey, Cynthia. So we're just got these 2 pair designed now. And we're going to see if we want to keep going with any more. But if we do keep going, what do we want to make? Now, frankly, I wouldn't mind if I can find some chandeliers. These would be like there are so many ways and things. Like I say, these are teardrops. They would be at the bottom if I'm going to use them with something else above. And again, this is one of those that you could make into, say, just a two-toned like blue and white if you wanted to do that. That one, this one, I'm thinking if I make something for this, I may want to make my own component and come up and hook onto like a swirl and then bring a big swirl up and hang this somewhere up here or over here. Well, we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, let's get started on some of these other earrings. And we'll just leave these up here in case we decide to make something with these as well. I'm not sure I'm going to leave this one just as red, white, and blue, or just blue. We could, but I'm not sure I will. We could, instead of putting those stars up there, we could put these flowers up on top to make our red, white, and blue. So. So all kinds of things that we could do. So let's start by getting some ear wires out, some head pins out. And we're going for silver. So we'll pull this box out of here. And we'll just, what we're definitely going to make is straight sort of pinned head pin earrings are these guys, because they're going to be then put on some chain when we get that to that point. So these are going to be hoops, so we don't need these for this. Probably will for this if we go with this one. But let's sort of put our little designs up a bit so they're not in our way as we make our pretty little. Now I'm going to put a daisy spacer on the bottom here before we bring our pave in here. Ta-da, shiny, pretty. Then maybe this guy. Let's see how this works. Where's our stars hole? We don't want that big one up there, so we'll use a regular daisy here. And our English cut. So that's how this is looking right now. So we'll Hey, Tina. Nice of everybody to join us. I appreciate that. Now, as I said, I myself discovered I didn't have any red, white, and blue jewelry, so I may just decide to keep this pair. I think they're cute, and I think I'm really going to like them when I put them on some chain, like I'm going to do. Now, if you didn't want them to be long, you could always leave them without putting them on chain. Just put them on an ear wire. So it's pretty simple. So now you can put this on the chain right now if you want to find some chain and to put it on. And then when you bring this around, instead of bringing them tight together, you just leave a gap right where you bring it around here, so that your chain can slide into there. These are obviously two different batches of pins. That one is a bit bigger than this one is, I think. So there's those ready to go. Now I need to decide what chain I want to put them on. I do have quite a few different kinds of chains. I have paperclip chain. I have regular, more of a base chain. I just got to find where I have them all sitting here. I do have a ton of them, ton of different chains. A few of them are in here. That's an extender chain. We don't want that. This one I think is way too thin. I want something about medium. This particular chain is a piece of chain reaction that I didn't finish using for whatever reason. I probably put part of it on a bracelet or a necklace or something. And so that is what's left. I have a big chunky roller chain, but I don't want anything that big. And then, as I say, I keep all my scraps of chain. So here's another one from a piece of chain reaction that is actually twisted up here, but there we go. So we could use a few links of that one, though I think I do like this one better for this. Too big. There's another piece of chain reaction. Like I said, I keep all these pieces of chain reaction because you never can tell when you're going to want a piece of it. I could use like a couple of these hunks like this. Though I also could use just a couple of these chunks. And I sort of like these chunks, so maybe we'll go for these. Take the split ring off the end because I think the pieces I want are these right here, because there's 2 pieces and 2 pieces, so that'll work perfectly. So I'll get my cutters out and cut this link right here, and we'll put this split ring instead of here. I will move it to down in one of the other places, or just take it off entirely. I usually put the split ring back on what's left somewhere so that I can hang it up if I want to, but it doesn't, since it's in the dish, it doesn't really need to be hung up. So let's put that back there, get it out of my way again, and then we're going to cut these 2 pieces in half. And we're going to use these pieces of chain for our earrings here. And there's 2 different balls here. See, one's hollow and one's solid. I'm going to put the hollow one down to the bottom here. Snap it onto there, just like so. And then we can wrap this up. So I take hold of my ring right where my wires come together and wrap this up. So now this one just needs an ear wire. Now we had the little cagey part at this little bead here at the bottom, so we got to do the same on this side. Slid down, so we want that back up here higher. Now my ring here turned a little sideways as I wrapped that, so I just straightened it. So now this pair of earrings is finished, other than having some either an ear wire or a post put on the top. Hey, Marcia. How is your leg doing, Marcia? Mine's doing pretty good now. I had my first PT appointment yesterday, which went pretty well, though, of course, I was a bit sore afterwards. And she did give me a few different exercises other than what I'm doing here at home to continue doing at home. So That'll be good. So anyway, as I was saying, this set is done other than putting either a post or an ear wire on. I've been really liking posts lately, so I will probably put a post on this one because this is this pair I'm thinking of keeping myself. So let's sort of put these aside. And we'll bring these down. Get up there. And since I want to make these into hoops, I probably will, well, we have to get some wire to do them. So let's move our beads up a little bit. We need to cut some wire. I've got some, I think my 20 gauge is right over here. Come here, 20 gauge. Yes, it is. So I'm going to use 20 gauge wire. And I'm going to cut like 2 4-inch pieces. So nobody has any real particular plans for today then? I don't think I do either. So yes, we do, Marcia. We just need to hang in there. I'm actually walking a bit without my walker now. You know, I had that complication of getting gout and a little bit of nerve damage in my foot, so I couldn't walk for a while. So that set me back for a bit. What post? Ear posts. Here, I'll show you what I mean. In fact, maybe we'll just put them on since I'm thinking of getting them. Oh, there they are. So, hey, Debbie. Well, you made it. That's all right. We're not done. We have a bit of time left. So I've got regular ear wires. Actually, I've got one that I've never tried to before. That's a weird little guy here that you hang it onto right here, and then it just, how does it open? Oh, I see. You push down and, well, I think you push down. The other one's open in here. Where'd it go? Oh, I put it over here, did I? Well, I thought, yeah, it's open. Oh, I see. Okay. This is one of my most expensive pairs, but a post, but do I want to use them? They sort of snap together right here, it looks like. I couldn't get you apart, now I can't get you together. Oops, you feel like you're going too far. Definitely went too far. Okay, This one isn't latching quite. I'm going to have to probably bend the wire up to fix it, but I'm not going to deal with that right now. So let's see what else we have. These are also the other, so regular latch backs. We have all kinds of goodies we can put on in here, as we can in here as well. So we have hearts, we have rounds, we have a flower over here. This one is just a pretty triangle. And let's see what else we have here. And then over here, if it was, these are turquoise. If it wasn't turquoise, well, it's actually howlite, but it would be a nice one to top it with. But see, that's a teardrop. There's a flower. There is a snowflake. These are one of my favorites. These drop down tears like this. And then we have also these triangular ones. So it would just sit up top. So I still have to decide which post we want to use for those. And I'm going to put these aside because I'm not going to work on them right now. But that's the posts I'm talking about, putting on the top. They're also called ear studs. I always call them posts. That's what they've been called since I was a little kid. So now we want about 4 inches of wire. So about right there where I made that little mark. And we'll get a second one. Oh, you come back here. Now I'm using 20 gauge for this, but if you check your beads and they'll go on 18, 18 might be better thing to use because, well, you know, it's thicker and it'll hold up better to any stresses you give it. But I've got 24. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our mandrel out. Let's see, we want the round one. This is not the round one. There's the round one. I'm just going to bend this wire around. Now this one is much rounder than this one, so I obviously did not get this down and in place all the way. So let's work it a bit. It's still not that round, surprisingly enough. I may drop it down to the next one so I can see if I can get this kink that's right here in the bottom out. Okay, that's better. I'm going to take we're going to turn one side, and only one side right now. Oh, come on, you. Okay. So now that I've got this one side Here, I'm going to take my steel block and we're going to take our nylon jaw hammer, or nylon head, I should say, and we're going to hammer the outside of these to toughen them up a bit. I don't want to flatten them, I just want to toughen them. Now it looks like this one has spread, so it's a little bit wider than the other one, so we will need to repair that. That should be good enough. I'm just work hardening them a little bit. Now I do believe one of these may be bigger than the other one. Let's see if I can figure that out for sure. They're not bad. It looks like one wire's longer though. So I am going to probably trim this one wire just a little bit, though it looks like they are off just a hair's breadth. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just to see if I can pull this in a little tighter. Actually, maybe it's the other one that needs to be pulled in a little tighter because it's got the smaller lead part. Yeah, it does. So let's do that. See if we got that better now. It's still a little bit bigger than the other side. So we're close enough, I think, though. So now we're just going to feed our beads on. And we're going to go with this blue one first. It may not want to go around. Darn it. Goes on fine, doesn't want to slip around. So we may not be able to use that particular bead. This one goes along fine. As does our pave. So we're going to have to find a different blue. That blue does not want to work. It doesn't want to go around the circle. Just stops. Which is unfortunate because that one was fine. But they don't want to work. So we want a different blue one. Hey, Leanna. So we do need another blue, a different blue. We didn't like that particular blue. It didn't work for us. So let's see what else we have. We can find that might work a little better. Well, maybe. Let's see. See if these blue ones want to work. Yep, they'll work. So we need to take these all off because, whoops. Oh, it didn't come off. Okay, good. First of all, we got to have a blue one first. Oh, I should have got 2 more blues out because I only got 2. Then we're going to put a spacer. And I think I want to get cutesy, and we're going to put a triple spacer between these. Go on. Oh, that one has an arm broke off of this one, so we're going to throw that one away. There's pave beads that sometimes find hard to find the hole because all of the little crystals on them sort of disguise it. But that's all right. I'm going to have to get some more star spacers out, I guess. Well, maybe not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I will. So now that we have all the beads on this one, all we got to do is turn our end here. And this one's ready to be put together. There we go. It's a little crooked. That's all right. I want these to come a little closer. That's a little crooked. There we go. These are not working for this pair of earrings, and I need to get 2 more of these. Nope, these aren't the ones. There we go. So now, of course, we just feed these on the same way we did this one. I don't think that's the same bead. Let's see. It's not. We used this darker one. Yep, that's the right one. Come on. Looks like I'm going to need to get some more of both of my spacers here. This pair, Leanna, you like this pair? Yep, I like them too. I'm going to put an ear post on. I just have to decide which one I want, or ear stud, whichever way you prefer to call them. And post, stud. Okay, this one's one of those that still has something stuck in the middle of it. But anyway, as I was saying earlier, I am walking without my walker at times. My doctor wants me to keep it near me, so I just roll it around in front of me when I'm using it, so to speak. I'm not really using it, I'm just pushing it, so that it's with me in case I have any problems. Okay, you went out of shape tremendously here. We have to push you back down. There we go. So there's these two. We just have to finish putting them together. And I don't like this. This loop did not work well. It looks like crud and it's not sitting quite properly. So I'm going to unloop it. And then we're going to re-loop it with trying to get it a little tighter there. That looks a lot better. But I did flatten this side out a little bit, so we want to round it back out some. Bring this down some. Okay. So there's those two. We just need to put them together, and they're with their rings, and they're done. So again, we have to decide how we're hanging them. These are probably just going to go on regular ear wires. So So here is our little hoops. I just need to get some jump rings. Actually, those might be able to, we'll see if we can do this with this. So now we just have to hook these all together, which is pretty simple. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually, I don't generally do it, but you can just bring these together so their hoops are back to back like so. Actually, let's see how that would work with these. Sometimes it works fine, other times it doesn't want to. So I can put them, come on, push together and see if we can jump ring you here. Nope, not both. Let's get the other one too. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. And put the ear wire on and close it. We'll see how it looks. See if it'll work this way. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. I generally use 3 jump rings to put the earrings together, but we'll see how it works with just the one this time. And I'd say it doesn't. It doesn't want to come up. Well, maybe it will. It doesn't want to come up and hold it properly. It's doing a little weird wiggle. So that's an out for right now. We'll open this up and take, let's see, which side are we on? This side. Take the ear wire out and one of our arms. I don't care which one, take one out. And just do it the way I normally would do, which is to put 3 jump rings up here. One for each leg, and then a top one that will hold them all together. Now this is a pair of earrings that you could, if you wanted to, hang a dangle in the middle here because of the way I've got them made. It's easy to hang something there, but I don't think we're going to. So that's how that one's going to hang, like that. Like I say, you could put something dangled in the middle. Say I could put a star in here if I wanted to. Actually, that looks sort of cute. Maybe we shall do that. Oh, this one? Yeah, these are the ones I'm probably going to keep for myself as soon as I get them finished. I need to decide what post, ear post, ear stud, whatever you want to call it, I want to put at the top to finish her up. Uh-oh. Oops, that's backwards. If I tried to twist it this way with the slit at the back, it would really mangle this jump ring. Oops. Come on, Rose, grab your jump ring. Oh, come on. There we go. No, I think we have it backwards. Come on. Here we go. So there are those. So everybody more or less agreed with me that the star would look cute in the middle there. So we'll grab another star and we'll make some dangles for these. So slide some of these things aside. Obviously, we're now no, we'll just use our regular pins. Have to be careful with the tips of these stars because they're a little bit delicate. And I have broken them before, so I try to be real careful with them when I'm working with them. Oops, don't get your star in the cut. Okay. Now I'm probably going to find a piece of chain to hook these to. Come here, you grab it. Oops. Now the stars are wound up, and we just have to find a teeny bit of delicate chain to hang them onto so that we can hang them through the middle there. I like this star there. That's going to look cute. I saw your bracelet, Leanna. It was very pretty. So now I need to find some delicate silver chain. I don't want super delicate, but okie dokie. Got I think this smaller. So now we have to decide how many links we need. It doesn't need much because we're going to hang it right there. Now, normally I'd tell you you need to be careful and get an uneven amount of links because of you want it to hang straight, but this star can roll to the other side if you get it. I'm just going to put like 3 or 4 links here. And because we're going to be hooking it on with some jump rings, I'm gonna go for 4 and see how that ends up being. And that was a little tougher than I thought it was, so this is a heavier chain, so we will get our heavier cutters out. So there's 2 little 4 pieces, and I'm going to get my Tinky Tots out. Now these are little tiny, I think they're 4mm oval jump rings. So we'll get a few of those out. Well, that's a lot more than a few, but what we're going to do then is we're going to hook the little pieces of chain onto our star. Oop, come back here, star. One of our little teeny pieces of chain. Come on, go through. There we go. Those are up. Now our little star is hooked to our piece of chain. And now we're going to take another jump ring and hook it up to this guy up here. And I think 4 may just be too much. We'll find out as soon as we hook her up to up here. If 4 is too much, then we'll cut one of the links out. Now we're going to go up here, and we have to get in this upper one where all the things are hooked together in between the 2 leg pieces. So we want to go right here. I think my spring may have broken in this particular pair of pliers. They keep wanting to stay closed. We'll have to check that. Oh, come on. You've got just a teeny bit more to close and you're closed. May need to be greased. Well, oiled, I should say. Okay. Now let's see how she hangs down. She's a little bit low. I don't know if you see how she's a little bit low there. So I probably will take out 1 link of our chain. So we only have 3 links, and that'll bring it up just a little bit more. Now, if you didn't want to use chain, you could always, oops, this. You could always just use a number of jump rings. You know, you could just jump ring all the jump rings together. Hook them all. It's not like it would be hard to do. Okay. So now we have 3. And I'm going to open this one back up. Excuse me, bump the light. This jump ring, we'll open it back up and hook it to the bottom of the 3 links of chain now. Now, come here. We need the chain to be hanging down properly. Well, actually, we just need it to be hanging down. There we go. Bing. There we go. Like that better. Sure. So there is our first of our 2 hoops done. Get this little piece of chain. Get our second star here. And our chain. Now we just need 1 more jump ring to hook it up into the top up there, and she will be done. So and there's number 2. So there's our hoops with our stars in our star in the middle, and our dangles here. We're over our hour by like a half hour almost. So I'm going to call it a day. I'll figure out what I want to put as far as hoops are concerned on this one and finish it up. Then I'll probably either make some more out of these pieces I have here, or I'll just put things away. But anyway, there is all our pretties. There's the 2 pair we've just finished. Like I say, I am probably going to put some posts on this set. I should have left a couple of those jump rings out, but I didn't. And we're going to going to be all done for our earrings. And I have a lot of piles of stuff to put away, but come on. So anyway, there's our earrings. Here's our hoops. See, they'd be about that long. They're cute. I like the way they turned out. Make a good a patriotic holiday earring. And then these are the others. They'll be about so long. These are the ones I'm going to keep for myself. I just need to decide what post to put on them. And they will be done. And I have a whole bunch of beads to put away unless I decide to sit here and make some more, which I probably won't. But there we go. You would wear them year round, Kimberly? Yeah, you could. There's no reason why you couldn't. So, like I said, I just have to decide which post I want to put on these. This style like this. Oh, come here, you. This one is actually one of my favorites, but it would make it longer yet because it's got a pretty long drop from the stud to the hole. See, the hole's way down here. So that is one of my favorite shapes. I like those a lot. These are one of the other ones I'm thinking of using. They're pretty simple, little square, little triangle, well, they're diamond shaped. And I have some cute little teardrops, but I think they're too small in the long run. Little tiny guy. I think the chain would overpower those. So it'll probably be this square. And I'll make up my mind in a bit and do it, put it on. But we also have this style of, this one is actually a square. And I might use that. It looks pretty good up there. We have a round as well. Just a simple round, which might be the one to use because the little beads, of course, are round below it. So choices, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're wearing your garnet and pearl set today, Kimberly. I'm really glad. I think that pair turned out really nicely. So. Yeah, I think I am just going to use the rounds, these little guys, to put on those earrings, and then that finishes them off. Oh, the earrings are a little heavy, but you don't care. Okay, glad to hear you don't care if they're a little heavy. I really enjoyed making that set for you. I'm glad you like them. So I am going to put these rounds on my earrings here. And I really do need to oil this one pair of pliers because they aren't opening as well as they should. They should, just open straight up, but they're not doing so. So I just put the top on this one, as you can see. So I'm going to put an earring back on this one, and I'll put it on so you can see what it looks like. Just take off the ones I'm wearing, and we'll put this one on. Come here, you. There we go. So there is our red, white, and blue earring on. See if I can get it close enough so that you can see how it looks. So there that's what it looks like finished. I'm gonna finish this other one off, and then I'll probably put it on as well. I'm glad you love them, Kimberly. I think they're cute. This is more my style. I like a real long one. Though these hoops are very cute, I really do like them as well. So there's our 2 pair of red, white, and blue earrings. I hope everybody enjoyed. Yes, they will, because the necklace is just red and crystal. Like I said, it's one of my earlier makings, but I've always really enjoyed it. So originally I had earrings and a bracelet that matched it, but I think I took them apart at one point because I really didn't care for them a lot. So come on, baby, let's go in there. Looks like I need to open my jump ring a little more. So anyway, we've made our these 2 pair of red, white, and blue earrings. Hope you enjoyed making them with me, and I'm going to go for the day here in just a second. As soon as I get this on. And so we'll put on the second earring in just a second here. As soon as I get this post put on, it doesn't want to go on right now, so we'll just call it. We're going to call it a day. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad you think so. Like I said, I did originally have a necklace and a bracelet that went with this, but I took the bracelet apart because I never wore it, and I'm not sure where the earrings are. So everybody have a nice weekend, or a nice have a safe and fun 4th of July. And we'll see everybody Monday. I will have a recorded video for tomorrow per usual, and we'll see everybody next Monday at our usual time. And like I say, I hope you have a wonderful, safe weekend. And have fun if you want to make some red, white, and blue earrings. They're a fun thing to make. So there is the one we made, and we'll see everybody next week. So on Monday. So bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we've been making 4th of July earrings.